Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here, coach of your Wexford Wailords, and welcome to our week 4 team building episode for the SBN, the Saffron Battle Network. If you guys missed last week's battle, go back, check it out. Very close battle indeed. I won't give away any spoilers, but definitely go check it out. And two quick notes before we dive into this. Again, I want to apologize for not having a team build up for week 3. I know my mouth is a bit sore, but we didn't have a team building episode for week 3. I had recorded it. The audio didn't record with it. I've double checked now that the audio codes recorded on this one, so all good. So again, I apologize about that because I know a few people are interested as to how I assembled the team and all that. Which I did put effort into recording. I actually have like 20 minutes of just pure silence. And the other thing I want to note is that if you guys are interested in knowing what time that I actually start to talk about each Pokemon, check out the pinned comment down below on the video. That is where I kind of have labeled out each time to actually go take, or the time at which I go look at the next Pokemon. If you guys are just interested in knowing, or just trying to skip through, or just get a quick glance as to what I've done. Anyways, this week we're up against the Detroit Solgaleos. His team, as you can see above me now, is very scary. He's got a Victini, which is his Z captain, a Shaman, a Jolteon, a Crocodile, a Granbull, and an Armaldo, a Salamence, a Mega Medicham, an Empoleon, a Regice, and a Weezing. Now, if you guys are familiar with me on this channel, you know that I never seem to have a Pokemon on a league team that deals with Mega Medicham. Like, every time I draft a team, it looks really good, and then I come across the one team that has Mega Medicham and it just tears through me. So I'm very scared. I'm not going to, I'm petrified, and I have brought a little bit of heat this week to try and deal with it. I'm going to show you guys as we go along. A couple of interesting stuff I'm trying to deal with. Victini as a Z captain is terrifying. Shaman's quite scary too. But other than Jolteon, he's got no one over base 100 speed, so if we can get him on Jolteon, we should be fine. Scarf Crocodile is very scary. The Salamence with D-Dance is terrifying, but we have a couple of ways around that. But yeah, scary team overall. Empoleon, ugh, it's difficult. But yeah, scary team overall. But hopefully we have the team assembled here for you guys to be able to deal with it. And out in front we have Chard, our Rotom Heat. Rotom max physical defense, max HP. Will-O-Wisp, Volt Switch, Overheat, and Pain Split. We don't deal with Mega Medicham on this team. I walk through every single Pokemon that we've got. No one deals with Mega Medicham. I should have just got myself I should have just drafted like Dusclops or something as my last Pokemon, just to stop this from happening, but I didn't. I'm pretty sure if we end up getting into the playoffs, I might do that just to counter Mega Medicham a little bit. But anyways, I digress. I'm bringing them with the Rotom Heat because it's a counter to Victini. I got several counters for Victinis and a few checks for Medicham, but when Medicham comes on the field, it's gonna ruin lives. So, anyways, we have Rotom Heat, which can kind of sponge a couple of hits from a Victini. If he brings a choice band skip, we're in trouble. But if he doesn't, then we're fine. We have a as I said, choice band set for Victini. No, sorry, we have the fully physical defensive set to deal with Victini. We deal with Crocodile. We deal with Jolteon very nicely. We kind of deal with Salamence, but not really. But it is an option to deal with Salamence. We do land super effective hits on the Empoleon, so if Empoleon is going to switch into us. Yeah, other than the Jolteon, and we deal with Shaman very nicely too. So other than kind of Jolteon, he doesn't really have that many switches into us, and he can't really switch into Jolteon because if I predict the Jolteon, I can go for the Overheat, and that would be very annoying for him. So happy enough with that. Rocking out Will-O-Wisp, Volt Switch, Overheat, and Pain Split. I'm bringing Will-O-Wisp because in case we do happen to hit, the gods have given us a chance, and we end up having enough HP to able to live a high jump kick from a Mega Medicham. We're going for the Will-O-Wisp, and we're going to try and burn it and cripple it as much as we can. Volt Switch for a bit of switch initiative. Overheat for sheer and utter power auto damage, and then punishment to try and get a bit of HP back. That is Rotom Heat. Going to be a pivot a lot in this game. I've got a lot of Pokemon who are pivots in this game because I have a feel I'm going to need a lot of pivot action, a lot of movement, a lot of switches to try and get me to pick up the W in this game. After that, we got Rainbow Milotic holding the Flame Orb. This is one of the crazy stuff I'm doing this week, you guys. Rocking out a Recover, Scald, Ice Beam, and Haze. Max physical defense, max HP again with 4 on special attack and 4 on speed F because we have 248 HP, so we have that odd number HP when we're coming in onto entry hazards in case they're up. Recover, Scald, Ice Beam, and Haze, as I said. Recover to get HP back. Scald because it's one of the best moves in the game and it nails the Crocodile, so I'm delighted about that. Ice Beam because it nails the Salamence. Delighted about that. And Haze to stop any kind of setup shenanigans that may occur. Not Dragon Tail this week because there was once upon a time I ran Dragon Tail to do a bit of phasing against the Mega Man Champ team. It was only recently actually in the last NTDL Season 2, and of course Mega Man Champ came out and proceeded to get a free kill. So I was like, I'm not having that again. We're going to go for Haze and we're going to be very safe, very calm, and we're going to be fine. Because if he has to go for a switch, we can go for a Recover and we can get full HP and it's going to be good, it's going to be great. Right, you're probably looking at this Flame Orb and wondering what's going on, Irish. And simply put, we are running Flame Orb max physical defense because that allows us to get burned. And once we're burned, we sponge hits from pretty much his whole team, bar the Jolteon. No one touches us, which is great. I'm loving it. Weezing can't toxic us. The Regice doesn't have anything for us. The Empoleon and the Jolteon can. The Empoleon can stall me out, but the Jolteon can't. And the Jolteon scares me out. Shaman doesn't really want to come 1v1 me because I have no bulk to be able to take a hit and go for the Ice Beam. So that's fine with me too. Unless I'm below half. If I'm below half, I'm going to have to be very careful about that. But that is if he does beat the Shaman. So I'm happy enough with this. I think I've seen it used before. It works like a charm. I'm going to go for it, and hopefully we will work out. The Marvel Scale give us the +1 speed F, or not speed F, physical defense will make Milotic over 200 defense at level 50, which is monstrous. So I think Milotic is going to be key in this game. Just to sponge hits and chip away at Pokemon with skulls and whatnot, because we do want to get to the point where we are going to have to force the Mega Man Champ in onto the field of play and try and wear that thing out, because we do have a bit of priority on this team, but you know, the longer he stays in the back untouched, the scarier he is going to get. So we're going to have to scare him out as much as we can. Anyways, that's Milotic. That's Rainbow. Hopefully she does the trick for us. After that, we have Eon R. Latios rocking out with Thunderbolt, Calm Mind, Psychic, and Dragon Pulse. 180 speed, 252 special attack, 76 HP, Timid Nature. That's enough speed EVs for us to outspeed Victini, Shaman, and Medicham when they're max speed. So happy enough with that. That's ideal for me. So I put the rest into HP so we can get a bit more bulk, and then we're rocking out with 252 special attack so we can get as much damage as possible. Thunderbolt, Calm Mind, Psychic, and Dragon Pulse. You guys are probably wondering where I can like Calm Mind. I can Calm Mind on a non-choice specs Jolteon, on a locked in Victini. I can Calm Mind on a Shaman, provided he doesn't have Dazzling Gleam, but even then we should live a Dazzling Gleam, Calm Mind, and we'll be fine. But but we want to do that when Shaman's a bit more weaker, when we can one shot the Shaman with a +1 Dragon Pulse or a +1 Psychic. I can Calm Mind on the Armaldo. I can scare the Salamence down and go for the Calm Mind there. I can Calm Mind on the Empoleon, which is very nice. I can Calm Mind on the Weezing. So loads of options there for me to Calm Mind. Gotta be careful with Weezing though, because Weezing can toxic and that's not fun. But I'm really looking at us to Calm Mind on the Victini, because even if he's Life Orb like U-turn does like 70% to us, but we get a free Calm Mind off, and I can do a bit of damage with that. If we get one Calm Mind off, doesn't matter how bulky Empoleon is, how much special defense he's got, unless he's running max special defense, calm nature with an assault vest. He's not living 2 Thunderbolts, so I'm happy enough with that because we can go for the calm mind. He can bring in Empoleon, we can go for Thunderbolt, and then he has to come out again or sack it, and we can just go for another calm mind if we're +2. You see where we're going with this. I got Psychic for the Weezing, Dragon Pulse then for the Shaman, not for the Shaman, for the Salamence, and to hit Victini. So options. I'm liking it. I think Latios can do a bit of work with his calm mind set. We can just keep scaring things out. I was originally going to go with sub calm mind, but I was just looking at it and I just knew Empoleon was going to wall me, so I was like, I need to bring Thunderbolt for it. And of course Latios gives me a way to deal with Weezing as well on this team. So I was like, we're bringing you. You're coming with us. So that's our Latios, and hopefully he will do the Bizni us for us. After that, we got Crimson Arm Mega Scizor rocking out Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Roost, and Knock Off. 252 HP, 68 in attack, Adamant Nature with 188 in Spadef. We have 188 in Spadef because that means we can live a Hidden Power Fire from a Shaman, a max special attack, timid Shaman, not modest or anything like that. After we come in on rocks, and for me that was very important because if he might be able to set up rocks with the Empoleon very easily or with the Armaldo. So I was like, okay, let's have a way to let's make sure we can live a hit like that if we're coming in at max HP and whatever, or if we come in to try and scare this thing out. You get the drift. I need something to take a few hits. Plus, I had nothing that was kind of specially bulky on the team yet, so I was more than happy to put a bit more special bulk into Scizor. And then I just put a little bit more into attack, so the likes of U-Turn can do a severe amount of damage on the Shaman, and our Bullet Punches can do more to the Medicham, and that we can hurt that Regice a little bit more if he decides to bring it. So that's the reason behind that. And I got Knockoff if we can predict a switch. If we're coming in with scaring Pokemon out with switches, then I can just go for Knockoff, and I could like say Knockoff on the Victini or Knockoff on the Shaman or anything like that. I think we'd be good. I think we'd be good. Besides, I think he might bring a bulky Shaman, and if he brings bulky Shaman, it's very hard to bring Hidden Power Fire, Dazzling Gleam, and Sea Flare. So I think if he has coverage for Latios, he's not going to have coverage for the Mega Scizor unless he is offensive. So we'll see about that. Plus with this investment we can kind of spudge a couple of Hidden Power Fires from the Jolteon. Although if he's bringing Hidden Power Fire, he does bring Hidden Power Ice. You know, it's a bit tough team building this. I spent ages doing this team, and not easy. But yeah, that's gonna be our Mega Scizor this week. Hopefully it can put in a bit of work for us. Plus, so he won the Armaldo, which is very nice. After that, we're bringing Tusks, our Donphan, a little bit more standard this set. We're bringing 252 HP, 252 attack, Adamant Nature, 4 in speed, because we speed tie. Oh, who do we speed tie? We speed tie one of his Pokemon. Was it? It's not Gramble. Is it Regice? It's Regice. We speed tied Regice, so I put the 4 in speed so as we outspeed that, or at least speed tie that if it decides to speed creep us a little bit. We have Earthquake, Rapid Spin, Stealth Rock, and Ice Shard. You can probably get the gist as to what this is about. Earthquake is range stab, Rapid Spin and Stealth Rock is our hazard support, and then I bring Ice Shard to deal with the Salamence, and it gives us a second option to deal with the to get priority off on the Mega Medicham later on in the game, and it gives us a move for the Shaman. Very, very nice. Cheap and cheerful. Nice and simple. This mod. Not too sophisticated about. Very simple. Hopefully, I'm looking to sell blocks on the Armaldo, on the not on the Empoleon, but yeah, on the Armaldo, on the Gramble, on the Crocodile. We can actually eat a hit off the Victini, so that'd be nice if we can scare that thing out. I say he might bring the Weezing, alright, just because of Donphan, but if we can bring in Donphan from after once if a Pokemon goes down to threaten to revenge kill someone, we can just go for Stealth Fox or something like that. Also, we have to go for 252 attack because otherwise we were missing out some Okos. So that's the reason why I have to go 252 Adamant. But we do actually do a lot of damage. Like 120 base attack, nice. I'm not gonna lie, it does a bit of work. It's really, really nice. Right, well that's Tusks, and that's actually, you know something. we'll bring Tusk this week because we saw fake Tusks last week. Shame on that what's it called? Shame on that mammoth swine. Shame on it. Last and not least, we're bringing Tornado or Tornadus, and for those guys who are fast at reading, I probably see that I've been Psychic EMZ and I'm bringing roleplay. You guys are probably wondering, Irish, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let me explain. We're bringing Superpower Roleplay Fly and Crunch, 84 HP, 172 attack with a Jolly Nature, 252 attack. This 172 allows us to outspeed the Victini Shaman and Mega Minicham, and Salamence, so that was nice. And we put the rest into HP. And then all the rest just literally comes into play with the moveset. Oh, just the moveset. I've been going back and forth on this. I was originally Choice Scarf, and then I decided no, let's not go Choice Scarf because I was going to go Choice Scarf, but then I was, to be honest, I was going back and forth, and I was like, you know, something Choice Scarf might not be the best way to deal with something. With a couple of things, because if we get locked into a move and he brings in a Jolteon, then we're in trouble. If you get me. So and I wanted a way to be able to kind of select different moves and what have you. So I decided to go for the Psychic EMZ roleplay. And what Z roleplay does is that it will switch the ability that I have with somebody else, with my opponent's Pokemon, and give me +1 speed. So I get the speed boost, and I'm aiming at getting the ability off from Mega Minicham and or Shaman. Or not Shaman, Jolteon. Or we're on Crook. If he's Moxie Crook, I'd like to have Moxie Crook. I'd like to have Moxie. Or Moxie Salamence. So you can definitely see that there was like 3 or 4 abilities on his team that I'm like, wouldn't mind having that. And with the +1 speed, if I can Z roleplay on the Mega Minicham, and I got which is funny actually, if I Z roleplay on Mega Minicham and he gets Prankster, he goes through the Ice Punch. We live that at full health, which is madness. We are then at +1 speed, and I have now got pure power, so my attack is doubled. So you can just imagine the fun I have with that one then, like, you know. I use Superpower to deal with the Empoleon, Crunch to deal with the Victini. I was originally going to go Psychic for the Weezing, but if we manage to get the pure power off from the from the Mega Minicham, the Fly will do enough for us. And as well, the Weezing, we can just keep flying each turn, and Weezing can land Toxics on us. So that's already, you have to predict it, like, you know, but it's not the worst, you know. We do get damage off on the Weezing a little bit more easier. But yeah, that's the team. A couple of interesting stuff: the Flame Orb Milotic and the Psychic EMZ roleplay this week. I think I just thought that we're going to have to come up with something different this week to be able to kind of get around the Mega Minicham weakness on our squad. And as well with Prankster, it means that roleplay goes first every time. So if we have a Jolteon, if it's Jolteon versus us, and we need to we need to live a Thunderbolt, we can just go for Z roleplay, get the Evolved Resorb, and we can go from there, if you get me. So because then he can't touch us, and we can just try and land a few hits. But we want Empoleon out of the way at that point, if that is the case. Now that's the team for you guys today. I'm nervous, but I'm interested to see what's going to happen. So let's see what goes down. But yeah, I will wrap it up here today. If you guys got any comments on today's video, let me know in the comment section down below, as well as what you think of the team, what you would have done different, all that kind of good stuff. If you'd like to click the like button down below for me, and of course, if you want to see more SBN action coming away on this channel, or more content in general, please smash the subscribe button down below for me. On that note, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.